about the ideas, when I talk about the ideas, I'm talking about the business ideas, like having a total, you know, having a really, really brilliant business idea, but having no fun to fund it. Like you have no funds, to fund that business, but you have a very good business idea. That is how sweet you can be without being in a relationship. So all the times you would tell yourself, oh, I'm a very understanding person, or I'm a very caring person, or I'm down to earth, I'm patient, I'm this, I'm that. All those are your attributes, but they are not proof to it because you're not in any relationship that proves that you are good enough. Because nobody, maybe, I'm not talking about those that are influencers or social media freaks. I'm not talking about those that their lives or most activities of theirs are put out there in the social media. I'm talking about even those that are maybe very, 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 uptight. I'm talking about introverts. You can be an introvert and still not be in a relationship, and you say, oh no, there are things about myself I don't want to put out there, but truly you are not in a relationship, maybe because I don't know, you might have all it takes to be in a relationship, but you're not in a relationship. It's just like you having business ideas and not having a capital to start a business with. That is how good you can be and not be in a relationship. Not because you're not good enough, but because maybe the right one hasn't come your way, or maybe you're finding difficulties in understanding the people that come your way. So today I'm going to first of all tell you something. If you've been in a relationship for a period of time and you actually, you've been in a relationship for a period of time, and after a while you feel like, oh, okay, you've broken up or you got jilted severally, and you feel like, oh, you're not ready to get into another relationship at the moment. Or maybe you tell yourself that, oh, I'm not fortunate. Maybe you tell yourself that you're not fortunate to be in a relationship. Or maybe you don't have the right kind of men that come your way, or the right kind of women that come your way. Or you don't get attracted by the kind of women or the kind of men that you actually desire. Or your relationship don't actually last longer. Or maybe the men or the women that come your way are not actually, giving you all the attention you need, all the love and everything. First of all, I'm going to tell you this. I said this before and I'm going to say this again. When you break up from a relationship, do not be in a haste to get into another one. That is the first thing. Why? Because you have to take time to heal, get to understand yourself before getting into another relationship. Knowing if the problem is coming from you or the problem is coming from your ex. Secondly, the fact that you're not in a relationship doesn't mean that you're a bad person. The fact that you're not in a relationship doesn't mean that you are an outcast. The fact that you're not in a relationship doesn't mean that you're a terrible person. Sometimes sit back and ask yourself, what do you need exactly? How do you approach the people that come into your life? How do you approach the women or the men that come into your life? How do you tend to react with them? Is it that during a period of time, you start acting like you're tired of their presence? You start acting like they are just all over you? Do you start acting like they bore you, like there's some kind of disturbance? Is it that you have a moment where you get yourself and after a period of time you're no longer yourself? There are people that are suffering with these issues, but they think that the problem is actually coming from whoever they dated or whoever they're in a relationship with. They will act awkward and then start playing the victim. They will be acting in a way that will make you feel like they don't need you in their life. You will act like you don't need someone in your life. And when that person goes away, you start acting like you needed that person. Or maybe that person is treating you bad. That's another set of people. Another set of people is that they don't want to understand that there are some things that you desire that you might not have them. Not because you're not beautiful or handsome enough to get those things, but because your personality and the way that you were created attracts the things that you need more than the things that you want. Do you know if somebody wants to buy something, they always tell the person, anyway, Elderly people will tell the person there is a difference between a need and a want. Which should you go for more? A need is something that is a necessity. A want is something that you just want. Okay, maybe I might see this hair, I want it. Okay, now my cream is a need because I have to apply cream on my body so that my body, because I have a dry skin, I'm just taking an example. I have a dry skin and I have to apply cream on my body because you need to moisturize as a person every day. That is a need, it's a necessity. Now, a want might be I have so many hairs, but I want to get a new hair because I like that hair. That is a want. It's not a necessity. It's something I can always get within time. But right now, I feel like I want it because I admire it, but it's not a necessity. It can always wait, but my cream, my toothpaste, my toiletries are my needs. So they cannot wait because I need to make use of them. Are you getting the point? Now, there are people that will come into your life. Okay. There are different. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, WKD One Design. Thank you so much. There are people that will come into your life that they are actually coming as your needs, but you're taking them as your wants. Let me explain. Just calm down. Let me explain. Now, when someone comes into your life, they might not be as cute as you wanted them to be. They might not be physically that beautiful as a lady. As a man, they might not be all that gallant, well put together, because some people have this, you know, kind of criteria like, I want a man that knows how to dress, I want a man that is tall, I want a man that is this, I want a man that is that. Now, I want a man that is God fearing, I want a man that is good looking, I want a man that is caring, loving. You might have a caring, loving man, but not in the skin of what you had already, pictured in your head. You might get a good caring man, maybe not tall, maybe not fair, maybe fair. Now, you might get a beautiful woman, maybe not tall, maybe not short, maybe not average. So, I actually advise people that take time to build. When you create friendship with people, you would learn to love them without you knowing. If someone tells you that they fell in love at the first sight of seeing their partner, is possible, but in rare cases, I mean very, very rare cases. Most cases, when you get to enjoy the person you're involved with, in a relationship with, that most of times get long lasting. In fact, and most of times it ends up being, taken to the altar. It takes a little bit of while. I'm not saying that it's definitely, because there's some relationship that take time. At the end of the day, nothing to show for it. But I'm telling you that get to know your partner as your friend first. Get to know the person you're wanting to get involved with as a friend. Don't just have it at the back of your mind that, oh no, I'm dating this guy, I'm dating this lady, so this is it. He likes this, he doesn't like this. Sometimes play around what they don't like, play around what they like, know the kind of limit. That's, I'm not saying that at every given time, but push them to an extreme to know how they can react. Some of you have been involved with men and women in relationship for over a decade and you don't really know them. That's why you see some couples be like, oh, they had a case of, I don't want to talk here, I don't know about YouTube guideline, I don't want to have strike. You have people having case of you understand what I want to talk about. So that's what I want to talk about. You have cases of people being, stabbed and things happening to them because they didn't get to study their partner over time. I understand that people can change, but what I'm saying is that try as much as possible to try to understand people, especially if you're in foreign countries. If possible, put a camera. Try to know if you've been in several relationships and you're finding very difficult to understand people. Put a sacred camera somewhere. Try to understand them. If you're living with a lady or a man in the house, try to know certain things about them. Don't say, oh no, he doesn't like water, so I should not pour water on him. Sometimes pour the water to see how he's going to react. Some reactions he or she might give you might frighten you or might get you relief of some certain things that you've been having in your mind. Because sometimes you think you know people so well, but you don't know them at all. It needs time for you to get to discover people. Like I always say, build up a friendship before building a relationship. Don't just be in a relationship dating someone and say, oh, he's my boyfriend, she's my girlfriend, oh, he's my fiance, she's my fiance, and all that. Try to get to know them. Go as much as possible. Like, try as much as possible to check things about them. Try. I'm not saying that you should go digging their past. You have nothing to do with their past. I'm talking about how much you can get to know them, the kind of job they do, how their family is, how they were raised. Ask questions sometimes. If he or she doesn't open up that much, just try to go to any of their family function with he or she. Try as much as possible, be it a birthday, be it a marriage celebration, anything, any good, stuff. Just try as much as possible to present yourself with them, get to visit his or her family, talk with them, get to know them. Just be observant. It's not everywhere you go you're going to talk too much. Be observant, sit back, see how they behave, how they attend to strangers. In some jokes, you're going to pick some truth in it. Because over times, people will be like, oh, I dated this guy for a year. I had no idea. I knew nobody in his family, this and that. How can I be in a relationship with somebody for a year and I don't know anything about his family? Like, how come? I don't know anything about your family. Like, what? At least I'm supposed to know some certain things about your family. You cannot date a girl, you cannot date a lady or a man, and you know nothing about his family. That is wrong. Whether his family are alive or not, you need to know some certain things about his family. Even if his parents are alive or not, at least you should know about his auntie. Even if he's a kind of person that, or she's a kind of person that maybe she had family issues and she don't want to get involved, but ask questions, get to know what transpired and everything. I'm not saying definitely you must stay in the same house with your partner. You must not stay in the same house with somebody that you are in a courtship with, but try as much as possible to surprise them. Not everything should be built on monitored something. People will be like, oh, okay, you know what? I can't come without calling. I can't go out without texting. If you're doing anything, let me know. Call me when you're in, call me when you're coming. This is that. You don't have spare key of her home. She doesn't have spare key, or you don't have spare key of his place. Is somehow, and you're in a relationship with that person, you can't even go through his phone, she can't even go through your phone. I'm not necessary. Phone part is not necessary, because you might have your business dealings and things you don't want your man or your woman to get to know about it. Phone part is not necessary. But honestly speaking, for me, if you're in a relationship with somebody and honestly you have nothing to hide, if you're planning on settling with that person, your phone should be open to them. It's not everything that they're going to go through your phone. Okay, but I don't think that there should be some reasons why they will ask for your phone and you'll be like, no, 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 no. Password everywhere, everywhere. At least even their password, your woman or your man should know about those passwords, because if something happens immediately and he or she has to call someone related to you, they might be going through the stress of, what do? I don't have his password. I don't have anything. There are things you should be open to your partner with. And then for the fact that you say that you are finding it very hard to maybe get into a relationship and get a new partner, or maybe you're finding it very hard to meet someone that you like, I'll advise you to get involved in dating site. Go to dating site, try as much as possible to communicate with people you've never met with. Maybe the people that you're getting to meet, maybe some of them are taking advantage of your personality. Maybe you need time to build yourself, and by building yourself, you need a little bit of distance relationship. You might be a celibate. Maybe you've decided that you don't want to get involved in a relationship maybe for a year or two to find yourself, to find your feet, maybe to find genuine love, or to actually know if the problem is coming from somewhere. I think you should get involved with, someone that is not very close to you. Because while communicating with someone that is not close to you, during that period of communicating, you guys get to share a lot. And during the period of communication, You get to know whether he or she is the kind of person that will get to understand you. There are some certain things that some men or some women around you will not understand. A total stranger might just be the right one for you. Funny enough, that's the fact. There are some ladies, especially women. I would say women because I'm a lady. We are very affectionate, majority. It's rare to say you see a woman that is not affectionate, that doesn't love calls and messages. If a woman doesn't love you checking up on her, being affectionate and caring, definitely that woman doesn't have feelings for you. I don't know about men because as the opposite gender, but I'm going to say I know that most men desire respect, but a man will communicate with a woman he cares about. There's no such thing as I'm too busy. No man is too busy for a woman he has feelings for. No man, because you can see men do call their mothers, they call their sisters. A man can call his mother. A man that was raised up by a good woman can even call his mom 5 times a day. Mom, are you okay? Mom, are you fine? Especially if the mom is of age and everything. So why would he not call someone he has feelings for? Why would he not communicate with someone that he feels something for? When we talk about communication, we're not talking about being on the phone for hours. We're talking about just checking in, like you check in, like you want to board a flight, you checked in, you sit down, and then you hear, the hostesses be like, "Oh, flight number blah, 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 is about to board, is it about to take off, please put your seatbelt," and stuff. Just checking in. You have to check in when you're involved with someone. You have to check, except you don't care about them, except you maybe, I don't know, because you can't start getting to know someone and after a month and two, you stop calling, you stop texting, definitely you already involve someone else. Don't think that is the right thing to do. When you are in love, when you care about someone, even when you feel like the love is not actually booming like it. For a fact, I'm going to tell you, first starters, or when you fall in love, at first it's understandable, you start having feelings, you start want to doing certain things. At a period of time it feels like the love is fading out. It's not actually fading out, it's renewance. It's just renewance in your feelings, in your reaction, in the way you react towards your partner. Some people will be like, "Oh, she's getting me sick, he's getting me sick." No, it's your mind telling you all that. All you need to do, I've told people that on my TikTok, I used to tell people that all you need to do sometimes when you feel like you don't understand what is going on, just take a break. I'm not saying that you should break a relationship. Take a break by taking a vacation, go off, go somewhere, go meet your family, relative, best friends, acquaintance, whatever. Just go somewhere, cool off your brain, try as much as possible to reflect of what started. Maybe that space that you've taken is going to let you understand that he or she, it's someone that you truly love. Sometimes we are overwhelmed by situations, challenges, and we sometimes tend to put them on our loved ones. You might be facing a backlash at work, difficult times, maybe demotion, maybe you're being fired or something, evicted from a program. I don't know, whatever. Anything could happen. And the only person you are lashing out on is that man or that man that cares about you or is being too over caring, or they are projecting so much emotions around you, and you feel like all you need to do is pour out your anger, pour out whatever you're feeling on them, because you feel like they're always going to be there. Ladies, men, nobody deserve to hurt you because you feel something for them. You deserve happiness just as he or she deserves happiness. If you're in a relationship with someone that is taking advantage of your quietness, your peaceful nature, your calmness, then you are not in the right place. It's supposed to be something, love is giving and giving totally. When they say the man is the head, is because the man is able to control so many things. When you as a man say you want peace and you're frustrating your woman, you're not going to get peace. You will get heartbroken emotions. She will pour out her emotions everywhere. She can't give you peace because she is not calm. She's not in her element. She is, you know, devastated. She's traumatized, emotionally down, heartbroken. I don't know the right words to use, but come on, you should know about it. Even as a woman, you have the right to give your man a calm mind. There are some women that are actually the tyrants of their home. When they come back, everyone is shivering, everyone is hiding, the kids, the husband, there is no peace. Everyone is like, when a tyrant gets in, everyone is scared. There are also women like that. A woman is not supposed to be rash. A woman is not supposed to be a tyrant. A woman is supposed to be that peaceful fragrance in her home, that when she walks in, everywhere is supposed to rebuild, regain its strength, tranquility, a soft peace. A woman is supposed to be someone that waters a garden. When I talk about watering a garden, I'm talking about making people find themselves. You can't be a woman and when you're coming back home, because you had a bad day at work or because you had a bad day in the business or whatever you're doing, you pour it on your partner, you pour it on your husband, you pour it on your kids. It is wrong. Control yourself. As a human being, you have the right, you have everything given to you by God. If you don't believe in God, the universe, you have everything given to you to control the way you react. You should have self-control. As a human being, you should have self-control over yourself, your reactions. Take accountability for certain things. Because tomorrow, some of you are going to overreact, and a man or a woman is going to walk out of your life. And it will be that you sacrifice a lot for this man, you sacrifice a lot for this woman, and they are no longer there. Yes, they have been there. They were okay. They saw the good. You were all right, or you were a good person. At the long run, what you offer is less than the damage that you have inflicted them with. Some women, some men have left relationship emotionally damaged. They can't even face opposite sex. There are some men that don't even know how to approach women. Confidence has been damaged. Mentally, they are traumatized. Physically, they don't even have the self-esteem that they are supposed to have. Some women, same thing. They have fell out of relationship that right now they have low self-esteem is dealing with them. Their confidence is at zero because of how a man jilted them, because of how he maybe tortured them emotionally, maybe he was abusive towards them. They don't have that confidence in themselves. They are dealing with the Lord. Now, getting involved with such a man or such a woman after a hard, difficult trauma or a past trauma in a relationship, you know what that means. So that's why I say they have to heal. You have to heal completely, and then you get a chill pill. When I talk about a chill pill, means you have to be completely calm and relaxed. Don't think that there is a problem. There is not a problem. And if actually there is a problem, the problem is that you need to relax. Don't be in a haste to get to another relationship after breaking up with a man or a woman. Don't be in a haste. Okay? Don't say, oh no, time waits for nobody. In as much as time waits for nobody, don't go and destroy yourself more, brother. Don't go destroy yourself more, sister. You need that time to yourself. You should love yourself enough to be able to make some certain decisions that will favor you. Sometimes be selfish with your happiness. Everything is not about, oh, how will he feel? How will she feel? Sometimes be selfish enough with your decisions. But in the process, make sure you don't hurt people. Try as much as possible not to hurt people that have been good to you. If you discover that someone is falling in love with you and you don't have feelings for them, don't lead them on. Not, oh no, I'm going to tell him or she later on that I don't feel something. Don't lead them on. If you don't have feelings for someone, the least you can do is to lead them on. Don't do that. If you do not feel something for them, just tell them, let's be friends. Okay, it's true that love grows. You can actually fall in love with somebody that has been like your G or your babe. Like when I talk about babe, like your friend, but don't try to lead people on when you know you don't have feelings for them. Don't tell them, oh, I like you, whereas the only thing that comes through your mind is you want to get through their panties and know certain things. Don't lead people on where you know deep down that you don't have any emotional attachment towards them, okay? Take your time and go for what you want. But if what you want is not coming for you, take your time and study what has come for you and find love in that thing that has come for you. You might not get the best of the things that you want if you do not value the ones around you. Sometimes the ones we want are around us, but they came in different packages, but we are aiming to see something packaged the way we have already built it in our mindset. You might find a guy, a lady, very nice, very understanding, very good. In fact, you guys might be compatible, but because he or she is not coming the way physically you wanted them to be, you might miss that person. Try as much as possible to forget about. I'm not saying you should put physical aside. Not every time you should put physical aside. But I'm just saying that try to give as much chances to people as you gave to your ex that never stayed with you. Try as much as possible to understand what he or she is all about. You might fall in love with somebody that you never imagined. You might fall in love with a man, with a woman that you never ever imagined. Because why? You gave them a chance and you discovered who they really are. So you closing your eyes and your heart that, oh no, I can never, never, she's not my type, he's not my type. Stop it. Stop it. The person you say is not your type might end up being your type. The person you say she's not your type might end up being your type. What is type? Oh, height? Is it the complexion? Is it the body build and so on and so forth? Honestly speaking, to me, the best that can ever be my type is when two hearts communicate even without a word coming out. Have you ever met somebody that just at the look on your eyes or on your face, he knows what you want or he knows what you're talking about? You guys go into a public space and just the way you react, he knows if he wants you guys have to leave or you guys have to stay. Your smiles tell him a lot than your words. That is being compatible with someone. He understands your body language. She understands your body language. You guys are unique in your own way. You guys pair in such a very close matter, in such a very close way. You complement each others. Not only women love compliment, men also love compliment. Tell him how he smells good, how he looks good. Tell her constantly how beautiful she is. Women, we love compliment. In fact, we live for compliment. We are compliment cravers. Like, if you really want your woman to be crazy about you, compliment her as much as possible. Make her to understand that your eyes are not elsewhere. Compliment her as much as you can. Men also love compliments. Tell them how good their hair curve is, how good their shirt is, how good their perfume is. Try as much as possible. But make sure you compliment your woman more because we live for compliment. That's just our nature. That's how we're wired. So I'm almost rounding up now because I always make sure I could actually talk. Erica Wills, hi. I'm always trying to make sure that I could talk at least for like 30 minutes. So I'm about to round up. I have like 4 more minutes. So, like I was saying, sometimes what you want might not come in the package that you were expecting. Give it a try. Open your heart to love. When I say open your heart to love, I'm not saying that you're going to get the best of it at the first, but try as much as possible to understand who is coming into your life. Don't shut the doors because you've been hurt severally, or you've been to several dating sites, or you've been to several places. You've met different men, you've met different women, and I am telling you today that Try one more time. I am certain, I don't know who you are, but I believe that your partner is very, very close and you deserve happiness. Please stop waiting for the packages that you want in your head to arrive in such package. A good man, a good woman might come in a package that you never ever imagine. Give them a try. Listen to them, open up, try as much as possible to communicate. Communication is the key of every good relationship. Dialogue is very paramount. Don't ignore certain things. The signs will be there at the beginning. So if you communicate more, you'll be able to catch some certain things more. Tomorrow or next we'll keep up. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. You could rewatch the video to understand most of the things I said. There are other videos I talk about relationship tips there. I also do short movies, so please make sure you watch my movies. Drop a comment. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you guys for watching. I come on here maybe sometimes twice in a week, sometimes once in a week. It depends. It depends how I feel. Then I'm gonna come here and talk. So thank you guys. WKD One Design. Thank you. Oh, Erica Will, thank you for joining my live. Please subscribe, turn on your notification button so that anytime I'm on live, you get notified. Ciao, ciao. Thank you. Thank